Hi everybody, how are you? I'm just walking home from my English class and I thought I'd do a video on reintegration. So we've just finished the 4th yoga teacher training, and whether you've found yourself on a yoga teacher training or maybe a yoga retreat or an intensive yoga course, I want you to know that there probably will be a period of reintegration. So what do I mean by that in non-yogic terms? So what I mean by that is you might experience a little bit of a blue come down type feeling. If you think about it, you know, if you're on a yoga course or on a yoga retreat, you end up living in like a little bubble and you're held by the practice itself, and then hopefully the facilitator of the course is holding you as you go through things, and you hopefully have made some lovely friends, or you've come with your friends and you're generally just talking about really nice ways of being and nice practices. And then you come back to real life and you see all the people that aren't on the yogic path and they start to annoy you. You're like, oh my god, that's not ahimsa, or oh my god, that's not the truth. And you might find yourself a little bit what's the word, caught in that holy moly. You know, you get this feeling that no one knows as much as you, or maybe it's not that, maybe it's just that you have been so distracted by such wonderful things, now you just feel bored or lost. You know, when you're on a course, you can feel so inspired. I know I did when I went on my first teacher training. I thought my life is never going to be the same, never. I'm never going to drink alcohol again. I'm never going to eat meat again. I'm never going to tell a lie. I'm never going to gossip. And while that's, you know, it's kind of good to come away thinking those things, it means that I've listened to the teacher. You know, I do all those things now. I am just a human being after all. So you kind of have this little moment of you have to reintegrate. And honestly, I have thought about this, and I've also looked back on how I've done it. So I used to come back, have no awareness around this integration period, and just have either a massive come down or just be really grumpy to the people I was coming back to because I wasn't in the place that I'd had so much inspiration, you know, which would play out in me maybe arguing with Rue, or just being grumpy when I got back to the studio because I wanted to be in India again, you know, all really non-ideal things actually. But now I think I've kind of got it under control a little bit, don't get me wrong. I still have to take a good few days, but when I say I've got it under control, I more mean that I am aware that it's going to happen. So I'm like, okay, Kat, you have just had the most intensive 2 or 3 weeks that any one human being could possibly dream of, and you need to take some time to be quiet, you know, take some time to have some siestas. You might wander around the house thinking, why is nobody here? Where are all the yogi people? But then breathe that in and be like, enjoy the silence, enjoy the peace, find the beauty in both things. But when you're not at that point, and when you just feel absolutely rubbish, you could just use good old Ram Dass's mantra, which is, I am loving awareness. So I am loving awareness that I feel lost, or I am loving awareness that I miss my new yogi friends, Or I am loving awareness that I'm peed off because I can't practice a 90-minute asana twice a day. Or I'm loving awareness that I'm feeling like I want to, I don't know, pull someone's hair out because they're not on the same page as me. And then as soon as you do what Ram Dass says, lovingly become aware of your behavior and the way your mind thinks, it loses its power. So you're like, I'm loving awareness that I'm a bit grumpy. Or I'm loving awareness that I'm reintegrating. I'm loving awareness that this might take me some time. I'm loving awareness that this could take me a week or even a month. And I'm also loving awareness that this process has to happen this way. For every time you come up, you must come down and reground and recenter. So I guess I just made this video in the hope of allowing you to rest assured that if you are finding it hard to reintegrate, that it is completely normal. And also to rest assured that probably everyone that you went on the course with is feeling the same. You could reach out to them and see how they're getting along. But just take it easy. Just, if you've got the opportunity to nap. If you've got the opportunity to, before you go to bed, go on, my favorite thing, go on YouTube, type in, Buddhist satsang or something, and join an online satsang, so like an online group of yogic type people, and just kind of integrate slowly like that. But whatever you choose to do, just know that this is part of it. Yeah, you're not alone. Don't freak out. Ground your feet into the earth. And then when you've regrounded, it might take, a week, it could take a month, anything. Why don't you plan your next trip? Why don't you plan your next trip? Or your next training, or your next retreat? Don't think that it only has to be a one-off. If something was so amazing and affirming for your life and your whole transformation and journey, do it again. Do it again and again and again and again and again. Maybe that's once a year. Maybe it's a little bit more. But don't deny yourself of things that you know really, really do you a lot of good. Okay, I'm sending you all my reintegration wishes from the sunny cliffs of Arigunaga. Yeah, keep in touch, and sending you all my love.